Hello! Hi everyone! Welcome to Royal Splendor. I am Kristen. If you've never hung out with us before, I'm Kristen and I am doing, let me back this up a little bit. I am doing a cooking show for y'all today. And this is the first time I've ever made this. Usually it's the first time. But I do love to cook and I love to hang out with y'all. So we are making salmon honey garlic bites today. And I have my aluminum foil laid out right now. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to show you all the ingredients that I have. So you're going to need minced ginger, and I just buy mine from Spice World. Soy sauce, minced garlic, you can mince it yourself or buy it, black pepper, olive oil. I'm going to use cumin. It calls for paprika, but I don't have any paprika, so I'm going to use cumin for that like smokiness. Rice wine vinegar, got that. Honey. Garlic powder. Let me make sure this is okay. This one, I'm gonna have to open this one. So garlic powder and onion powder, and we're gonna cook rice with our salmon. Hold on, let me go get some onion powder because I picked up two garlic powders for on accident. Okay, so the first thing we did, or what I did, was you want to make sure that your garlic is already you want to make sure that your salmon is already skinned, so you skin off. And I am going to lay these in about 1-inch cubes. I already cut them up into 1-inch cubes, as you can tell, and I'm just going to lay these out, oopsies, on this aluminum foil that I just put down. And I just put this down because I wanted y'all to be able to see it. So we're going to spread this out really, really good. And then it tells me, I'm going to move this over here. And then it tells me to pat dry the salmon. So we have them cut up in about 1-inch cubes, some bigger than others. But we're going to pat dry the salmon. And it's going to be like a crispy salmon. Oops. There we go. So, alright. So we get some paper towels. And I'm going to pat these dry. Hello, hello. So I'm going to pat them dry really good. So I just bought my salmon from Aldi. I don't know if you have an Aldi there. This is about 1.5 pounds of salmon. So however you like to do it. So this is about 1.5 pounds. And I believe my salmon cost about, hold on, I'm gonna wash my hands. $16, and this is going to feed, well, I don't know if my kids are going to eat it, but it's going to feed 4. Can I lower my camera? Let me see if I can a bit. Yes. Is that better? Okay. Let me know if that's better. Is that better? Okay, so I patted my salmon dry, and I'm going to look at the instructions as we go. So it says pat it dry, and then you're going to season it with garlic powder, onion powder, salt, black pepper, and paprika. But like I said, I have ground cumin. I'm going to use ground cumin because I don't have paprika. Okay, so, and I like cumin. You know, I've heard that cumin is good for your joints. And it does, in the recipe, this does have how much you're supposed to use of, hold on just a second. Y'all, this is turned into comedy cooking because I just put cinnamon on this. So I am going to wash this salmon off and we're going to start again. Hold up. We cannot cook this salmon with cinnamon on it. Cannot. Okay, hold on. I smelled this big whiff that smelled like Christmas morning, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I just put cinnamon on this. And I've done this once before with cumin. Hold on. Sorry. This just turned into comedy cooking. Nancy's rubbing off on me. I gotta wash this good. Okay. Hold on. Let's restart this. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Now, I am just not going to put cumin or paprika on it, because I'm not going to go find it. No, it still has cinnamon on it. Okay, that's fine. We'll get it off. Okay, so now I've got to really pat my salmon down. Salmon. Salmon or salmon? How do y'all say it? Salmon or salmon? So, like I said, I cut this into 1-inch cubes. I cannot believe I did that. That's insane. I'm going to have to add some more soy sauce to it. Okay. Let me wash my hands again. All right. Okay. Patting it down, getting all the moisture off. Probably have to do this more than once because I just put a lot of moisture on it. I'm using a lot of paper towels. It's okay. It's okay. I accidentally put cinnamon on, and this thing keeps going sideways. I accidentally put cinnamon on my salmon, which I did not want to do. Okay, now let's restart. We're going to put, if you want to put paprika, you can put paprika. That's what it calls for. My goodness, every one of these things are, okay. So, garlic, and the exact recipe will go out on the email. So make sure you are signed up for our email. So that's garlic, onion powder, things to the side. Salt. I always feel like they don't salt fish enough. I don't know if y'all feel like that, but I always feel like that. Okay, salt. Pepper. You okay? What? Let me see. Come here. And I like black pepper. Let me see. Come closer. Did you get something in it? Sorry. We're having a little eye is red moment. You're welcome. Okay. Alright, so we have that done. Hello, Miss Judy. You missed that I almost, well, I did not almost. I put, I thought it was ground cumin, but it was cinnamon, ground cinnamon. Hi, Rhonda, on my salmon. And I had to go back and clean it all off. Yes. Okay, so now we've cut our salmon into 1-inch thick pieces. We have seasoned it with garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, it's called for, but I didn't have any, and salt and pepper. Now, we're going to put some olive oil into a skillet. And then it says also, let's see, it says heat skillet with a tablespoon of olive oil. Hold on, before that, pour a tablespoon of oil and massage salmon cubes. So this is what I always use for a tablespoon. So I'm going to drizzle that over. Probably going to need some more because it just doesn't seem like enough to me. Are y'all measurers or y'all just like, I just eyeball it? That's how I do things. I just eyeball most of what I do. And then massage. So I'm going to massage all that goodness. Make sure it's coated. Because you don't want it to stick to your pan. And I have a cast iron like that I'm going to use. So got it all massaged. I'm going to go wash my hands again. Hi, Nancy. I'm going to wash my hands really quick and I'm going to come right back. So we just massaged the oil in and we're waiting on the skillet. To put these like flat, so like you don't want them on top of one another, and I'm going to try to bring y'all along with me as I do that. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we're waiting for the skillet to get warm, and we're going to put our 1-inch salmon bites down in the skillet. Can y'all see that really well? See in my skillet? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and just put them flat down. And my pan's pretty big, so I might be able to get, let's see if I get all these in there. And it says to cook them for about, it says to cook them for about 4 to 5 minutes. So I'm going to try to let y'all, I got a new tripod, so it's a little bit easier to finagle. So that means you can see all my mistakes too. That's alright. Oh, it smells really good. So I'm going to try to put them a little faster into here. So we might have to do 2 batches. I think we'll have to do 2 batches of these. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. Because, you know, fish cooks really fast. Okay, there we go. I'm going to stick this down right here. I'm going to go wash my hands, and y'all watch my salmon for me. How's it looking? How's it looking? I can smell some of that. I can smell some of that cinnamon still on there. Okay. So I'm just gonna move. Oh, that's a really nice sear. So you got a good sear on that. We don't want to overcook the fish, but it did say we want it to be like crispy. So flip some of this over. So anybody have tips and tricks that you want to share for cooking fish? Because I do like to cook fish, but I usually go on the safe side and cook it in the oven. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit, just so we can get a good. So if you are like, I love cooking seafood, I love cooking fish, and I have a tip for you, give us a tip right now. Because this is what we're all about, right? We don't all have it all together, but we can give each other our little tips and tricks. Okay, I'm going to put a paper towel on this. That way, when I get the salmon out, it can absorb anything that I don't, all the oil. It smells really, really good. So, I feel like that's a good sign. I'm running out of space. Okay, so a little bit longer on this salmon. Not much longer though. It's looking really good. And I'll kind of try to come over and let y'all see. Can you see that? That's about what the salmon looks like. Hi, hi. If you're here, say hello. And if you will sparkle for me, that would be great. We're almost done cooking our first batch of salmon bites, and then we're going to make the sauce. This thing is driving me crazy today. Then we're going to make the sauce. And yeah, the sauce is where it's at though. Sauce is going to be where it's at. So if y'all can make sure y'all sparkle, let me know if you sparkled, okay? Okay, I think this is about done. Well, hold on. There's a little bit. Okay, I'm going to put, maybe a little bit more. A little bit more. Sizzle, sizzle. Yes, yes. And then we're also going to make some rice, but I'm just going to do some instant rice with it. And that way, and then you can do a veggie. I'm going to have salad tonight. I've already cut that up. And then rice. So a grain, fish and a veggie. But you can, asparagus would be really great to have with this, especially with that sauce. You can put that sauce on that asparagus, which that would be so yummy. What other vegetable do y'all think would go good with this? Y'all tell me. All right, ladies. I think this is ready. It's kind of weird doing this like at an angle, but so we're going to add a little bit more olive oil into this. There we go. And then I'll show y'all what this looks like. So, that right there. Add a tiny, slippery. Add a tiny bit more olive oil. That's probably like a tablespoon. And then I'm going to add the rest of my fish. And while I'm adding the fish, I'm going to throw this away, and then I'm going to start my rice. I'm just doing instant rice. Kind of spread that out, make sure it's in the oil. Okay. Throw this away, and y'all watch it, okay? Watch my fish for me. I'm going to wash my hands. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and start my rice. I'm just going to do 2 cups of instant rice. I am not great at cooking rice. Never been good. If you're a good rice cooker, let me know. I know a lot of people have rice cookers. I don't. So while we're waiting on that, let's talk about the next set of ingredients to go into our, so in a skillet with the remaining oil that we're going to have from the fish, we're going to do the ginger. I just buy it from Spice World already minced, or you can mince your own. And then the garlic, I have it upside down, but the garlic, you do microwave rice. I don't have a microwave. I probably need one. Okay, so we're gonna, we're gonna do that. We're gonna put the garlic and the ginger, and we're gonna like let it get into the oil and saute that a little bit, and then oh, this is gonna be like quick. Yes, ma'am.
I'm trying to have one. Sorry.
You're trying to what?
Yeah, I tried one of those.
Not yet.
Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna put sauce on.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, so
Really pretty.
thank you. Let's do this. Flippity flip on these. And they want to fall apart, so you kind of gotta be quick to the draw. One got away. Okay. So we're still cooking. Y'all, my stove is not great. Like, it does not evenly distribute the heat. And then 2 of my eyes are out, which is a pain in the butt. Okay. So, we're going to wait on our salmon to get done. It's almost done. Meanwhile, we're going to kind of get our next concoction ready. So let me get a little bowl. Okay. So we're going to mix together 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar, and 1/4 cup of honey. So, Lord have mercy. Hold on. When my children do the dishes, sometimes they're not done. Okay, here we go. Couple more minutes on that. So while we're doing that, we don't need that. Let's do, what did it say? 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2, 3, and y'all, I love soy sauce, and we are sauce people, so I'm gonna put a little bit more in there. And then 2 of the rice wine vinegar. Y'all, let me tell you what my daughter did. So I asked her, I said, hey, will you put a little bit of that vinegar into that laundry, like she was doing some laundry for me. I said, will you put a little bit of that? And she put this in there. I wish y'all had to smell too, because it smells so good. And then 1/4 cup of honey. So let me get the salmon out really quick. It's red eye. Okay. And then I'm going to turn this heat down just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put the ginger. It calls for 2 teaspoons of ginger, 1 teaspoon of garlic. So more ginger than garlic, which is good because do y'all love ginger? I love ginger. We are popping in here. We're going to take this off the heat a little bit. Woo! I guarantee I'm making a complete and utter mess. Okay, I know y'all can't see, but it's probably a good thing right now. I'm going to let that get a little bit cooled down. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Okay, we're okay. You're a salmon fan? Me too, me too. Okay, let's go ahead and put the 1/4 cup of honey. We're already sauteing the garlic and the ginger. These are all of my favorite things. Honey, soy sauce, like an Asian flair. Do y'all say salmon or do you say salmon? Tell me what your go-to word is. Okay. And now I'm also going to put go ahead and do the rice. I just did 2 cups of rice. My friend Jen, she has a rice cooker, and she's like, I can't believe you don't have a rice cooker. And I'm like, well, the instant rice does it just as good, I think. It's probably not as good for you, but we just do instant rice in this family. Alright, so I made a big old mess back here, but that's okay. So we're going to throw all that. I know y'all can't see me, I'm sorry. Hold on a second. This is a lot harder than it looks. Okay. And it said like 3 to 4 minutes. Let this, oh my word. Salmon. Y'all, I just like, if anyone has ever made a mess on comedy cooking, this has just turned into comedy cooking. This, I put garlic, no, I've already, y'all, it's been a whole mess. I put, what have I done? I can't even talk today. I put, let me throw this over here. Oh, y'all need me to back this up. I put cinnamon on the salmon to begin with. My stove looks like a bomb has gone off on it, but that's okay, because this is finally done. I need a pot holder. I'm typically better than this, guys. I'm typically better. But you know what? Today is not my day. I'm going to pour this sauce. I'm going to get every last drop. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is going to be delicious. Okay, let's kind of move this around. And we're going to taste test it. I'm going to show it to you, but we're going to taste test it before we put it on the rice. Can y'all see? Woo wait, that looks good. It might have been a hot mess to make, but that looks good. And if I wasn't doing this live, I probably could have done all of this in like cutting and all, probably 20 minutes tops. So it probably would be a quick and easy meal to make. Okay, let me get a good one. Hold on, let me get a good one. I'm gonna get one like that's crispy, so you can see. Ooh, that looks so pretty. Okay, so it does call for on top sesame seeds, but I didn't have any sesame seeds, and I don't like chives, but you can put chives on the top too. And if you were an onion person, that probably would just like make the flavor hit a level 10. Mmm. than any restaurant. Yes. Sometimes I wonder why we go out and spend $100 when this costs like $20 in 20 minutes. By the time we drove there, we could have made it. Oh my goodness. That is so, so good. But my son's not going to like it because he doesn't like fish. He likes shrimp though, so he might eat it. Mmm, 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 mmm. That is delicious. Okay, y'all have to make this. You will not regret it. So, do I need to go over the ingredients one more time? I can do that. This was 1.5 pounds of salmon with the skin off. So, I wish I would have done that on camera. But I had never done it before, so I was kind of, like, I didn't know how long it was going to take me or anything. So, I just took a sharp knife and happy dance. Woo, 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 woo. So, I just, like, sharp knife and just got the skin off. Then you cut the 1.5 pounds or however much you want to do into about inch thick cubes. And sometimes you really can't, because if you're getting fillets, like, you don't know how thick that fillet is going to be. So, like, cut it up the way you want to cut it up. Then you're going to do paprika, pat the salmon dry, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper. And I just had it flat. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. About a... Hi, Kathy. Yes. Kathy, I wanted to make sure I was saying the right name. And then in the pan, you're going to do a... get it hot. Put some olive oil on the salmon. Massage it in the salmon. Put it into the pan. Cook it for about 4 minutes. And then in a separate bowl for your liquid, you're going to do, I did about 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar, and then a 1/4 cup of honey. Mix that together. And then before I put that in, I did the minced garlic, minced ginger, let it saute, pour the liquid in, let it get warm, and 4 to 5 minutes for that, and then I poured it on top of this. Now, we've got rice. Hold on just a second. I hope this is ready. I think it is. I don't know if it is. Hold on. Yep, I think that's ready. So I'm going to do a little bit of rice in a bowl with my salmon. And you can add more. Like, that's enough. Like, look, it has, ooh, that's good. And there you go. And then I have a salad on the side. So, all right, y'all. I'm going to go eat dinner. I'm going to go tell my people that dinner is ready. And I will see y'all later. This recipe will be on the YouTube channel. It will also go out in tomorrow's email. So, I hope y'all enjoy it. And the video will go with it. Okay, we love y'all. I will see you on Wednesday. And we have some exciting news coming up. So, make sure you're subscribed to all things. Bye, everyone.